satisfies. You ask the question, why are people satisfied? Why are people first so confident, they're Muslims, they're so confident they're going to go to paradise? And why are people so satisfied with just going to paradise? By name we are. By faith we are not. By faith, if the Sahabis were to see the faith of 2 billion Muslims, if the 2 billion Muslims see the faith of the Sahabis, majority will say that they are crazy. This is not Islam. Not crazy as in, oh wow, you guys are amazing. No, I say, why? This is not Islam. They are going to say. Don't you see so many scholars, they already pronounced takfir on Sahabis? Millions are following them too. Not talking about Shias too. Ahli Sunnah, those who are calling themselves that. Those who are calling themselves Ahli Sunnah, a Wahhabi kind. Or they're judging this Sahabi, saying this one is low, this one is this, and this like that. This one is wrong. And if they were to see us, Prophet ﷺ saying, they would call us kafir. How many have heard this hadith? Very few. How many are living according to this? Very few out of that few. Once upon a time, the Muslims, they were afraid. They were afraid. They fear from Allah. Their fear from Allah. Their fear and their love was mixed. Their hope and their fear was mixed. In between. This is what the Prophet was describing believers. They became like Christians. Oh, God spoke to me today. God wake me up. Can't wait to get to paradise. Thinking everyone is going to go to paradise. Is this what Prophet ﷺ is teaching? Or is he saying, showing to us that the way to paradise, it is so difficult, and the way to Jahannam, it is so easy? So the way to faith, it is very difficult to carry that faith. So whose faith are you carrying? If you're carrying the faith of hypocrites, it's so easy. Don't you know, hypocrites can say, I'm Muslim. Do you pray? No. Do you fast? No. Do you follow any of the laws and the rules of Islam and its Prophet? No. But I'm a Muslim. Don't judge me. Today's liberal ones. I'm going to go to paradise. Only God can judge me. It's like someone saying, do you pay taxes? No. Do you obey the laws of the county, the city? No. You take away the rights of other people? Yeah. Then you are wrong. No, who are you to judge me? Anybody in any country can say that? So everyone in every country, everyone in every world, there is a law. And what is guiding people to follow this law? Love. Love. We follow the laws of this country because you love it so much, or because you understand it is important for you, those with brains, or those who don't have brains. They say, we don't want to break the laws because we don't want to get into trouble. It's just that. Meaning, if the laws are not there to get you into trouble, they definitely will break the law. This is the majority of the people. Animal level. That they break the law when there was no one looking. When there's someone looking, then they don't break the law. The law of the country, the laws of Allah, the same thing too. So now it looks as if Allah is not looking. There is no shadow of Allah on earth. There is no Khalifa. There is no one within that law, that legal system, like there is no judiciary, there is no law enforcement, there's nothing. Only the law, only the constitution, but everyone can break as they want because the constitution is there, but there's no one protecting the constitution, enforcing the constitution. No one. So everyone can say, I follow, I follow, I follow, I follow. Everyone is breaking. And you cannot do anything about it, but Allah has given this century to the zulms, the zalim people, the Dajjal. And the Muslims are thinking it's the same thing. They have no fear from Allah. Because there's no consequence. It seems as if there is no consequence. You can do whatever you want. Nations to groups to individuals, to families, to husbands, to wives. They can do anything they want, and they say, ha, I win. No, Allah is still watching. How are you judging that? According to your ego will lead you to Jahannam. According to your ego is going to say, I win, I'm right. Go ahead. You think they're the first person in this world to say that? Huh? Are you waking up? Are you not understanding there is a law? Just because there is no one really enforcing that law, you think the judge is sleeping? You think people are not taking notes? You think it's not going to come? You think there is no death? You think there is no judgment day? There is no more fear. There's no more fear. So everyone is doing as they want, as they like. There's no fear and there's no consequence. But you need to be, what is a man? Knowing what is right and wrong. That man is a human. That man is not a saint. He's a human if he knows what is right and what is wrong. What is painful and what is pleasant. He knows that. You cannot say you don't know. And what is a man? Who is doing anything that he wants to do, knowing what is right and what is wrong. What is that man? Who is just taking away the rights of others just to make sure that his rights, according to his ego, they are fulfilled. That man is worse than an animal. That man's ego is more dangerous than all the shaitans and all the animals and all the wrong ones in this world, because that one can destroy everything. He has the capacity. With that anger, he can destroy everything. With that jealousy, he can destroy everything. With that heedlessness, he will destroy everything. There's no more fear. It doesn't mean there's no consequence. Everything you do, there's going to be a result from that. And when you enter the tariqat, to know definitely there's going to be a result, for you to become more responsible. Then when you do something wrong, immediately, you're not going to be angry, you're not going to be arrogant and stubborn and say, I'm right. You know you did something wrong, you know. Go into sajda and ask for forgiveness. Then run to fix it. Today's people, they're becoming so stubborn. You're becoming stubborn? Go ahead. See how much you can run. You're still not going to understand. You're still being stubborn even when someone is showing to you, you're not going to. It's different. Someone is showing to you, say, you understand? Says, I understand. Okay. Even if that one is wrong and he's saying, I understand, we cannot say too much. But if you are still going to be slick and escape and not wanting to understand that and not realizing it, not asking for forgiveness, that time sit and wait. Sit and wait. Allah has destroyed whole nations, millions of people, billions of people, for the reasons of what we are doing here in this world today. For less reasons than what we are doing here today. It is only because of the mercy of the Prophet ﷺ, the awliya Allah, that we're still breathing this air. This proudness, something that Wahhabism is putting to everyone. Proudness. Sure, you're proud. Nobody can tell us nothing. Proud means I'm number one, not you. Or everyone is number one, but I'm more number one than you. Don't you know that one is saying? Asking this other idiot, people say you are Mahdi. And this one, tongue is split. The one who gives guide, I can call myself Mahdi. And this one says, oh, you are Mahdi, I'm also Mahdi. Everyone is guiding. So everyone becomes, subhanallah. Everyone becomes that. Because you can get away with saying things like that, because there is no system. There's a system in every country. Can you go around saying, I'm president? Or going around to say, I'm a judge? Or go around saying, I'm this or I'm that? That doesn't fit you, you'll be called an imposter. And you're doing the work that you're not qualified for. Tariqat is finished. Tariqat is for you to understand, to sit down and to say, the biggest idiot is me. The biggest donkey is me. The one who did the most wrong is me. The one that I know who did the most wrong is me. To look at your ego and to understand your ego and your shaitan is worse than anything that is out there. You take away this teaching which is inside of Islam, you take this away, and all you have is just proud people going up and down or circle around and around, and they say we are the best. So why not? Of course I'm going to enter into paradise, they're going to say. I'm going to paradise, definitely. But what is their paradise? Something to think about. So it happened. Now it's everywhere. There's no way that this whole thing is not going to come down until Allah sends Hazrat Mahdi alayhi salam to bring it down. There's no way that you can fix anything in this world anymore. No way. You cannot even reach to your wives, to your husbands. You cannot even reach to your family members. They're not going to listen. In the old days, you think this is going to, something like this can just happen like that? Cannot. So these are the Ahir of the Ahir Zaman. Mankind has lost his compass in everything. Sit and wait. See what's going to happen. Hold on to your faith strongly. Those of you who are holding on to a Shaykh, hold on to him strongly. Don't let go. And if he's teaching you something, if he's knocking you wall to wall, be thankful. There are not many who has that ability these days. They're not trained to do that, to understand that. Doing it for what? For what? What do they gain? That's why you see they're not even easy, just to smile and to pet. That's it. Talk about Prophet ﷺ, talk about things. Go in there, go out, smiling. Things so easy to train. Alhamdulillah, our Shaykh still training us. He is the one who's doing everything. So we must have that fear of Allah. For 1400 years, people were not just saying we fear from Allah, they have fear from the Prophet. Yes, they had fear from the Prophet. If the Sahabis had fear from the Prophet, who are we not to have fear? Yes, they had fear from the awliya Allah. They had fear for their grandfathers. They have fear from their own fathers. Even when there's no one there, they fear because Allah is watching them. Something inside is kicking in to say, no, you shouldn't be doing this. All of that is taken because the whole system is taken, the whole tariqats is taken, the whole manners is taken. There is no modesty, there is no ilm, there is no shame. It's taken. People in the old days, they say, oh, I remember one time. And this is common amongst the Muslims. There was one kid, he was going to go to college. Okay? This happened, let's say, 40 years ago, 30 years ago, let's say. And relatives were calling to congratulate him. Because in those days, maybe it's very rare, 30 years ago. And so this one, the father is listening to the son's conversation with the relative. And saying, relative saying, oh, so when are you going to start? Oh, I'm going to start, let's say, in September, like this. And the father saying, speak with your voice, with your words. Speak more subtly. Speak with a little bit more, let's say, the padding. Don't just say direct. Meaning the Father is saying, speak humbly. Common thing. When you're starting school, I'm starting school. When you go to university, I'm going to university September. Father says, speak humbly. You understand? Not even just to say it like that. So in the old days, people, they get shy and shame if somebody says, oh, you went to college. They get shy and shame. Oh, you are a scholar. They get say, no, I'm not. Oh, you're a smart one. No, I'm not. They get shy and shame when any attention is given to them that shows that they are high. They get shy and shame because they say Allah is high. They get shy and shame from Allah. Says, no, I'm nothing. Or they say, Astaghfirullah. Who am I compared to so many other people? Today, you know a couple of words in Arabic, you're already making fatwa. You see a couple of videos here and there, you already think that you are Mahdi. And the whole world is pushing for people to be like that. Now, are we saying everyone is now going to be like this? Oh no, I'm the worst one. No, you have to be balanced. Especially if you live in a country that is different like that. But inside is something else. You must know, just like Firaun, daytime he's declaring himself Lord. Nighttime at least he's sitting in his house, in his private room, by himself in the dark between him and Allah and asking Allah for forgiveness. That's what Firaun did. Saying, forgive me, Ya Rabbi, I'm not Lord. You are Lord. You are the highest Lord. I'm just an idiot. But I have to be like that in front of my people. At least Firaun was doing that. How many of us were doing that? You have to sit down night and say, Astaghfirullah, I did so many wrong things today. Begin with that, even if you don't mean it. Begin with that. Later you have to say, I did wrong in this. Later you must say, I could have done better in this. Who is doing that? If you're doing that, you have a gauge inside of you that will stop. You by yourself, you will read that gauge and say, oh, I step out of line. Zzz, 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 zzz. You know, these cars sometimes in this age, they're very smart cars. You're driving. If you go into the divider, the car itself starts shaking, zzz, 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 saying you're in the divider. Even if you're sleeping, you're talking, it's moving like this. You go to the other side, zzz, the car is moving. That is a car that we make in this Akhir Zaman. What about this that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has built? That He made all the angels to bow down to. You think we don't have any of those gauges to tell us something is right, something is wrong, something is off, something is on? We do. But then, if you allow that shaitan to get inside your engine and to pull out everything, of course it's not going to work so well. Then it's going to take some time that you're going to meet one man of Allah that is going to fix it one by one. Circuit by circuit. It's going to take time. If people submit themselves. But we have that. We must know. You know by yourself, oh, I shouldn't be doing that. If I say one more word, this is going to happen. Oh, I shouldn't be doing that. If I say one more word, good things are going to happen. You know that. What is causing the man to do that? Because you are still running to that brick wall. You're hurting yourself, but you didn't break your head yet. You're saying, why am I doing this? I keep running to this brick wall and I hurt myself. You didn't learn your lesson yet. Then you're going to run again and again and again until you really break your head and you say, I should stop doing this. That's the only time that you're going to stop. Don't say, what am I supposed to do? We're saying to you, don't run like this. Don't run so fast. Don't run in this direction. You're going to hurt yourself. You keep running, you hurt yourself, and you say, what am I supposed to do? What are you supposed to do? We're supposed to run the race for you? This is one man with his intelligence now, especially in this Nakshibendi way. You don't need a karamat from a Shaykh to stop you from running. It is a karamat if you by yourself in that time, you stop, you pull the brakes. That time it becomes a miracle that you make for yourself, not the Shaykh making for you. You don't need the Shaykh to appear and suddenly to do this and that and Allah to do this, a Prophet saying this. You don't need all of that. What are you, kids, children, unbelievers, that you need something like that? But the time when you're actually putting your shaitan under your foot, that is a miracle. That is a karamat. That you do to yourself. No one is doing it. You must have fear. Otherwise, we have no shame. That fear is not, oh, I'm going to be punished. No. Which, in every way you look at it, if you do something wrong, if you have fear, you don't have fear. You do something wrong, you are going to be punished. Correct or no? Whether you believe or you don't believe, whether you have shame or you don't have shame, you do something wrong, you're going to be punished. You like the sugar, you take too much of it, you're going to be punished. No one can shame you or not shame you. You do that, you are going to get the consequences of it. If you have the fear, because people tell you take that, you do that, these things are going to happen to you. You take that as advice, just to put some brakes in it. You are going to win for yourself. You don't care, you do anything, and mankind, when they don't care, they go overboard. They will go overboard. They will transgress their limits. They pass your limits. How many times Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is warning us in the Quran Kareem, talking about past nations and people, says these are the ones who have passed their limits. Who passes their limits? Those ones who have no fear. Those ones who have no shame. Because now, a shame is not just something that you're going to be punished, but you just don't like the idea of it. You don't like the feeling of it. Whether someone sees or doesn't see, you don't like the feeling of it. Now that is something that is inside of you. You understand? Not something that is outside telling you shame, shame, shame. Something inside of you. You're saying, I don't like it. And that is part of your faith. That gauge there, then it's working. That's part of your faith. When you don't have shame, Prophet ﷺ says, then do whatever you want. People who don't have shame, they do whatever they want. People who have shame, they cannot do whatever they want. Something inside kicks in. We should wake up. You and me. May Allah forgive me and bless you. May our Shaykh rise higher and higher. May his feet always be on our necks. May we become sincere ones. May we be surrounded by sincere ones. May hypocrisy come out. May we always be in the protection of the awliya Allah, dunya and akhirat. May we be useful for the deen, for the haqq, for the ummati Muhammad alayhi wasalam. May Allah show us more mercy. For the sake of SahibulSaif and Sultan al-Awliya al-Fatiha. Amin.